and welcome to the Cookbook Kitchen. I'm Eileen Avery. Here's a great summertime twist to penne pasta. Joining us is Elsie Ramos from the TV show Hell's Kitchen. Elsie has written a new cookbook called Turkey Tacos and Arroz con Pollo. From the book, she'll show us how to make sausage and penne with Elsie's vinaigrette. Here's what you'll need to make this fabulous dish. If you want to print out a list of ingredients and step-by-step instructions, head over to our website, digitalcookbook.tv. Elsie, thanks for being here today. I see you've already started.
Yes. And here in my pan, I have sweet and hot Italian sausages. Just sauteed and heated through. I use my spoon to sort of cut it up. But you want to leave it some nice little chunks, almost like meatballs or something.
Now, this isn't a typical Puerto Rican dish, is it?
Oh, no. No, this is very easy. Anyone can make this, and it's not necessarily a Puerto Rican dish, but one that I sort of created out of necessity when I had unexpected company come over. I had some of my family members come over, and I remember looking at my pantry and saying, okay, I've got pasta, and the only meat I had was the sausages. So mixed it together, and it's become one of the favorites.
There you go. And you put a little bit of your famous vinaigrette in there, right?
Yes, my vinaigrette, which is basically very easy. This is my vinegar, my minced onions, my minced garlic.
What kind of vinegar do you use?
Just white wine, distilled vinegar.
Okay. Can you use a red wine vinegar? Or
you probably could. I just prefer to use the regular kind. Put some salt and pepper to get that going there. Not too much. And then I have some lemon juice. Very little, just to give it that nice little tart flavor. And then I have my fresh chopped cilantro.
Do you ever use dried cilantro?
Yes. Yes. I've used both, actually. Whatever I have on hand, whatever's the quickest thing to get at the time, I will definitely use both. And then lastly, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of olive oil just to get that.
Do you see cilantro in a lot of Puerto Rican cooking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, it's the number one ingredient in Puerto Rican cookies because it's essentially used in sofrito, which you put into everything.
Okay.
So, I mean, cilantro offers such a wonderful aroma to lots of dishes and great flavor.
And sofrito is a seasoning?
Seasoning, yes. It's sort of like a paste of some sort. You can you can make some batches of it and just keep it in the fridge for long periods of time. And I use it for everything. You can use it to marinate some meat in it. You can use it for your rice or even your pasta dishes.
Okay. And you have that recipe in your book?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Now, you were on the show Hell's Kitchen with Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
And one of the finalists, I might add.
Yeah.
How did you get on that show?
Well, incidentally, I have twin boys, and there's a website which a group of my friends actually manage. It's called twinsworld.com, and I used to look at it all the time because they were always looking for twins to do commercials or TV shows because they were always, on high demand. And then this audition came up about Hell's Kitchen, and my friend Lisa, who knew I loved to cook, she says, "Look, you don't have to be a twin to do this. You have to go." And I was like, well, I have a job. I can't fly out to Los Angeles. She says, don't worry. Come to my apartment. We'll do a taping of you. And she sent the tape in, and the rest was history.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was the recipe that you made on the tape?
Well, I didn't actually have to cook. All I had to do was sort of introduce my background and stuff like that. So that got me in, got me into the show. And it was a great experience.
That's great. And what were some of the favorites on the show of your cooking?
Well, I mean, I actually made this wonderful chicken soup, which was one of the challenges. It won me one of the best prizes of the show because I got to cook on television with Gordon Ramsay. And it was just basically, he gave me the ingredients that he had and said, create something. And it was hilarious because I laughed through the whole segment because everyone came back with these fancy little dishes, and here I had a big bowl of chicken soup. And he says, you know what? If I were in a restaurant, I would definitely buy that.
Wow.
So that was amazing.
Now, is that recipe in your book?
Absolutely.
What's it called?
It's Elsie's chicken soup.
Okay.
Elsie's famous chicken soup.
Famous.
Although not quite made exactly like in the book, you'll see the recipe, and it's wonderful.
Okay. So the vinaigrette, is it done?
Yes. Mixed in really well. Now, and my meat has already browned really nicely. So I'm going to use a spoon, slotted spoon, just to get some of the oil out.
Okay.
And spoon that right into the pasta.
Make it a little bit healthier without
Yeah, you release
oil.
some of the oils, leave some of it behind. But you also want some of it so that it looks nice and
It's
moist.
got the flavor.
Yeah.
Now, why did you name your book Turkey Tacos and Arroz con Pollo?
Well, the book title came back from the publisher. The publisher actually knew me from the show, and he wanted something that people would recognize and remember me for, and the turkey tacos were it. I mean, because in a show like Hell's Kitchen, where everybody was making all these fancy dishes, it was the one thing that Gordon Ramsay complimented me on. So that was the connection. And so we also wanted to make sure that people knew what my background was and what I usually cook, and that's synonymous with Puerto Rican dishes, arroz con pollo. It's famous for that. So that's where that came about. Okay, now I put my sausages in there.
Okay.
Now I'm going to include my marinade.
And that's about it, isn't it?
This is it. This is it. And you know what? You can serve this right away, warm, or you can leave it in the fridge and serve it chilled. On a summer day when you have barbecues and stuff, just bring this out. It's so refreshing and so nice. Look how easy this is. I mean, my kids can make this now. I'm very surprised, but yeah, they can. So
this is a great weekday meal,
That's it.
especially for a busy family.
And you can make tons of it. If you have a family over, you can feed 6 or 20 in no time.
Well, let's spoon some into the bowl here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
ma'am.
serve
Sorry.
it up. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
You're used to cooking with Gordon Ramsay.
Here we go. Give me some of that sausage in there.
Okay.
And sprinkle some of that Parmesan cheese there.
Parmesan cheese.
Voila.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Simple, easy. I'm going to taste.
And delicious.
And delicious.
And delicious.
Can't wait.
And, you know,
Who
you have
knows?
the sweet sausage and you have the hot sausage, a little combination of both. It's a
Very
wonderful
simple.
dish. Yes.
Very flavorful. I like the vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Delicious. Thanks for stopping by.
To order the Turkey Tacos and Arroz con Pollo cookbook, use product code C122 and call 1-866-246-1888 or shop online at digitalcookbook.tv.
It was great having Elsie cook with us today. If you'd like a list of ingredients and step-by-step instructions for this or any other recipe from our series, head over to our website, digitalcookbook.tv, where quick and easy cooking is always a click away. I'm Eileen Avery. I'll see you next time. Appliances for the Cookbook Kitchen provided by Decor. Guests of the Cookbook Kitchen enjoyed overnight accommodations at the Hyatt Regency Philadelphia, Penn's Landing.
For more information, please visit our website at selectondemand.com or email us at programs@selectondemand.com. Made for on demand.